A key defense witness is testifying for a second day at the trial of Alek Minassian, the man accused in the deadly Toronto van attack in 2018. The psychiatrist who evaluated Minassian several times after his arrest told the court that Minassian had never shown aggression towards others before the attack. Minassian has admitted to planning and carrying out the attack that killed 10 people and wounded 16 others. His lawyers say his client has autism spectrum disorder and is asking that Minassian be found not criminally responsible. Once again, CBC's Megan Fitzpatrick is following the trial for us and joins us now live from Toronto. So, Megan, bring us up to speed. What can we expect in court today?
So Dr. Alexander Westphal testifying for a second day over this, during this trial, which is being conducted over Zoom. I wanted to mention this is entirely being conducted online. And he spent quite a bit of his time testifying yesterday, describing the multiple tests that he administered to Alek Minassian after he was arrested during his evaluations of Minassian. Dr. Westphal is a psychiatrist who specializes in autism research. He talked about one of the tests he gave Minassian being what's called an empathy quotient test. And he told court that Minassian scored a 22 on this test. And Natasha, he said that a normal score would be about 30. And so he said this suggests that Minassian has problems experiencing and processing stimuli that would normally provoke empathy in a person. So the general theme was him saying that Minassian lacks empathy. He gave some examples of that. According to his family, years ago, his brother had a medical emergency and had to go to the hospital. Minassian was in the middle of playing a video game and showed no concern for his brother. Westphal testified that that doesn't mean that Minassian doesn't love his brother. He just didn't empathize with him. So there was a lot of discussion around empathy and what it means and the different kinds of empathy. He was talking about cognitive empathy versus emotional empathy, for example. He also testified, Natasha, that in his evaluations of Minassian, he found that he was not remorseful. And Dr. Westphal saying that's quite striking given the devastation that he caused during this attack that killed 10 people and injured 16. We will hear more about the actual attack in court today. They didn't get into that a lot yesterday during the questioning and during the testimony, Natasha, but we do expect to hear more about what Minassian said about the attack in his interviews with Westphal. Yesterday, too, we were hearing about Alek Minassian's autism through the different phases of his life, essentially, with Dr. Westphal describing Minassian's behaviors starting from childhood up to adulthood. And Dr. Westphal has been emphasizing that people with autism can be very different from each other. And he started his testimony again yesterday by saying people with autism are not more likely to commit crimes. In fact, they are more likely to be victims of crime. And he said his role in this trial is really to testify to Alek Minassian specifically and his autism. And as you mentioned, the defense arguing that it is his autism and why that's why he should be found not criminally responsible. So we should be hearing more about that in court today, Natasha. It just got underway about 20 minutes ago with the defense still questioning this expert that they have called.
Okay, I know you'll be watching. CBC's Megan Fitzpatrick in Toronto. Thank you.